Hey, Brass, I thought I'd make a quick video to help you out with your assignment that you have today. Just make sure you've played through first notes and your articulation exercise before you attempt to do this, okay? All right, so your assignment today is to do on Good King Slushie lines 1 and 2 only, okay? Good news is the lines are very repetitive. However, you need to make sure, number one, you're articulating every line, and number two, that you're making your best possible sound and the correct notes on every line, okay? So, for example, I'd start with like measure 1, okay? So you're supposed to be count, tap, clapping. I'd set your metronome at 70, okay? And so if I were count, tap, clapping measure 1, I'd go 1 tay, 2 tay, 3 tay, 4 tay, okay? Then what I'd do is I'd move to my instrument, trombone, euphonium, tuba, whichever one it would be, and then I would say the letter names. So I'd go E flat, E flat, E flat, F, and then I'd position it 3, 3, 3, 1, and then I'd play it. And then I'd do that a whole bunch of times until I knew that that measure sounded good and sounded correct, okay? As long as it matches me, okay? Then what you do is you do the same thing for measure 2, okay? After you do that entire process for measure 2, then you would go back and try and do measure 1 and 2 together. And then you do this 2-measure process for the entire 2 lines. Then what you would do is make it 4 measures. So then you'd play measure 1 to measure 4. Once you got measure 1 to measure 4 sounding really, really good, then you would go from measure 1 to measure 8, okay? The end result, the end product should sound like this. Now, ultimately, you want to sound as good as me, and either on trombone, euphonium, or tuba. The other part about this too is I really want you to try and make sure you're learning this on your own. Just use this video as a guide, but I want you to get in the habit of trying to teach yourself this music, okay? And then the last little thing I want to say to you is eventually you're going to be doing 2-measure breathing. Does that make sense? So you'll play measure 1, measure 2, you take a breath. You play measure 3, you measure 4, you take a breath, and so on and so forth, okay? Don't breathe every measure. And specifically, you should be breathing after half notes, okay? Wish you luck on your preparation today, and good luck on your recordings.